What is going on, everybody? Welcome to High School Never Ends, a pop punk dad podcast. I am Wingman Steve.
And I'm Chris 183.
And here we are. So it's the second week in April. And I know that we introduced our topic as Patron Picks April. But just to be forthcoming, last year we had this topic called Awful April, where we basically decided, we found some records that were bands we love, but albums we hate. And we decided to do this thing where we would re-listen to them and see if it changed our mind. And for that exercise, mostly I picked the albums. So Chris liked some of the albums, didn't like some of the albums, but we looked at the people who were listening, and people seemed to like Awful April and interacted with us for a whole lot. So even though this is officially Patron Picks April, we are going to do for today another Awful April. And this one wasn't really a decision that Chris and I made. We asked everybody out there, what if we did Awful April, what would you want to hear? What do you think would qualify? Because, I'm a people pleaser. I like to like things, and I didn't know what to pick. And so we got a bunch of suggestions, and there were several people that had this one on their lists. And Chris, I'll let you talk about what this is.
I mean, so I could describe this in so many different ways, I guess, of what this actually is. But what we're going to talk about today is Mania. So it's an album by a band, Fall Out Boy, that you may have heard of, 2018. So, not yesterday, but not too old. They've had an album since that time. Steve, we have to talk about this. So, first of all, I never want to open this up to our anybody ever again. We're never letting anybody pick anything ever again. I'm sorry.
Well, we have the rest of April where our patrons are going to pick. And thank you to our patrons, Sam, Jason, Nick, Tom, Punkish Dad, Ashley. We have a couple more of those episodes where they are going to pick the albums. So sorry, Chris, that other people are going to pick.
Yeah, but they're not picking awful songs. Or
they could. We left it open, but probably not.
I don't understand what this is, and I don't know. This is like, can I have this time back that I lost? Is it possible?
So you really don't like this album?
I don't know how to put it. I really don't. I'm not sure. I'd really be interested in talking to somebody who did like this album, because I really want to know what it is that they've been through in life to be able to sit there and say, this is good. I mean, there's a lot of things that potentially this would be good for. And I'm going to start this conversation by saying, why does Fall Out Boy, why do they want to just not do the stuff that makes them good? Like, why do they want to do, why do they want to go so far away from the stuff that makes them sound good, that makes them charming, that is their identity? Why do they want to go away from that?
But you don't really like Fall Out Boy.
Yes, but I like what makes them Fall Out Boy, and that is some of their, I'm not going to say, I don't want this to become a older stuff podcast. Like, that's not what I want to say, because it's not necessarily true. I guess for Fall Out Boy it is. I don't know how to put this, Steve, but you know what I mean. Like, Fall Out Boy's good at doing that kind of music. They broke out doing that kind of music. That's why they're good. That's what they're talented at. And if I were going to pick, any kind of songs that they do that I think sounded good, it's that. No, it's not because I'm an older guy. No, it's not because I'm not in my prime in the year of 2025 or 2018 for that matter. Although I'd probably beg to differ. I think I'm in my prime in a lot of ways. Right?
Of course. Chris? Of course you are.
But I can't sit here and say that this band is maxing out their potential of enjoyment in the music that they write by doing something like this. They're just not. They're trying to appeal to, I don't even know who, the club scene. Like, what? Who sits down and listens to this, Steve? Like
Well,
what?
you
Where?
know that bands come out with experimental albums. I mean, this happens. Like bands will stray from their traditional style and do something experimental for whatever reason if that like hits them in the moment or they want to try something new. I mean, the concept of doing something a little different is this is not the first time that's been done.
They've been doing something different for several albums now, right? Before this, they've been
I would
doing
disagree for that.
NHL playoff rock for several albums. And now it's like, okay, you want to talk about doing something different. This isn't different. There's a million bands, and they're not even bands.
It's different for
There's a
them.
million acts that are doing this in the year 2018 through 2025. And they don't have the talent that Fall Out Boy has for doing other types of music. So why waste your freaking time doing this when you could do something that actually is enjoyable? That's what I don't understand. I don't understand it.
I think
I want to
wanted to
be
do something
positive,
a little
man.
different.
I'm not tearing down Patrick Stump. I'm not tearing them down. I'm sure they're delightful individuals. We've talked to other people that love these guys, and we're get along people too. But I just don't understand. I don't get it, Steve. And maybe you disagree, and that's okay. But I don't understand. I don't.
I mean, it's hard for me to. So I don't dislike this album. I think this album is okay. It's not a favorite Fall Out Boy record. It's definitely the worst Fall Out Boy record. But I don't personally think that it's awful. I think that it's different, and I don't like all of the tracks, but there are some positives I think to take out of it, and I'm okay with them trying something different here. And honestly, I don't agree with you. So I do agree that they do make NHL playoff music, right? They have those singles, and I have a point on that, but I'm going to wait on it. But for the majority of their albums, Save Rock and Roll and American Beauty, American Psycho, the two that preceded this, I love those records. I think they are fantastic records. The album they put out in 2023, So Much for Stardust, great record. Is there a song or two on each one of those that can be a song that's played in arenas to get your team hyped up? Yes, there certainly are. Is there one on this album? Maybe. We'll see. But I think that's just kind of a thing that they do. I don't want to take my talking point for later, but
I want you to take your talking point for later, right now. Do it.
do you know when actors there's like in Hollywood, there's kind of like a phrase, right? It's like kind of one for you, one for me. What that kind of means is that an actor will take a movie that's a big Hollywood production that's gonna be a blockbuster or it's got a shitload of money behind it, but it might be a crap movie. And they do that big movie, and then after that, they do the artsy independent movie that they want to do because that's what the deal they have with the studio or whatever. One for you, one for me. That's what Fall Out Boy is. That's my theory. Is that that's what Fall Out Boy is doing? They put out songs like Centuries so that they can pay the bills. Get those songs and commercials, pay the bills, keep people interested, have a shitload of streams, and then the rest of the album they do what they want to do. And I'm sure they still want to do those things. But that's kind of how I see. I don't think that they just became a NHL playoff band, but they definitely have had songs that fit that mold.
Okay, so what are you trying to say? Like this album is one of those art house do what they want to do albums? I don't understand. It didn't make sense.
All I'm saying is that that's not you seem to be saying that that's Fall Out Boy's identity for the couple albums before this. I don't think that's their identity at all.
No, they lost their identity a long time ago. They don't have an identity anymore. It's not. There's no identity.
Disagree on that.
Well, I mean, you can have an opinion, Steve, about this, and that's fine. But you can't sit here and say that I'm wrong because it's not true. It's not true, and I'm not going to disprove you either. I'm just appealing to the senses of people with freaking ears to listen and understand what kind of mess this is. This is a mess. It's just a mess. And nobody in the right mind. Those movies you're talking about that these movie stars do, where they want to do their thing, those are crap. Nobody wants to see them.
Those are like
Nobody
the ones that win like
cares
the
about
Oscars
them.
and shit.
No, they're not. That's different.
They
That's
are
different.
art
There's
house
like
movies, Sundance
one or
movies.
two, very few movies win Oscars. No, incorrect.
Anyways, I'm not super defending the album. I do
Kind of
think
are.
that it's
You
the
kind of
worst
are.
Fall Out Boy album out there, but
You
I
seem
don't
defensive.
think the entire album is awful.
You seem super defensive. You've always been a Fall Out Boy apologist. Be honest.
I'm a fan. I'm not an apologist.
You're an apologist.
But again, this is definitely their worst album.
This is the worst album of all time.
Wow, that is strong.
Today, I might change that opinion tomorrow, but for right now, on this day in awful April, this is the worst album I've ever heard in my life. I had to come up with, look, well, we have a ranking that we have to do, Steve. I got to come up with songs to put in that. So maybe I picked a couple ones that I was okay with. And I think there might be, right? In any of the worst albums of all time, there's still going to be maybe one or two songs that I can get with. So we could talk about that, but oh my God, this was rough to get through. I don't understand why we have to do this. This show's about us having a good time and talking about things we love, and then you do this to me. I can't believe it.
The people did it. We did it together. We all did it together.
It's not fair.
And you can have fun, hating it. Hate pro.
Oh, it's tough. It hurt. You know that feeling you get when you wince, like everything tightens up in your head and your nose, like you're wincing. Like I felt that the whole time I was listening to this album.
The whole time.
It was like a wincing, like a tightness. I hate it.
All right. Well, let's get into it then.
I wish we would have brought something else on here that hated it too, so you could understand.
Well, we didn't have anybody for this evening. You want to double down on the hate? Beyond all of that stuff. Any other stats you want to give? I already kind of blew your stat about it coming out in 2018, but anything else about this album that you think is worth talking about? Well, yeah, it came out January 19th, 2018, after a delay. It was on Island Records. This album features multiple producers. So it was one of those things where they had, different people doing different songs. Johnny Coffer, Fall Out Boy themselves, Dee Sardy, Jesse Sheltling, and Butch Walker. This actually debuted at number 1 on the Billboard 200, and it was certified gold by the RIAA, which I think is 500,000 album equivalent sales.
Yep, every club in the United States was playing this song.
I don't really think that this stuff fits in a club either.
Well, you're wrong. You're incorrect.
Oh, okay.
Did you listen to it?
Yes, I did.
Have you ever been to the club before?
I've been to the club.
Then you would know that you're wrong.
I've never heard one of these songs in a club.
They could be at a club.
Do you know what really makes me mad? When this album came out, I think it was before I had Spotify. So I purchased it on digital download, probably iTunes. And when it first came out, the companies that were distributing it digitally, like Apple, they actually got the order of the songs wrong. So the copy that I downloaded had a completely different order than what I had to listen to on Spotify now, which is really weird because when you listen to an album in its entirety and then the track list is thrown off, it can change things a little bit. So that was annoying. I did not like that.
But how do you know
was probably mad.
Did you look at the actual album or the compact, the physical media, to understand what was right or what was wrong, or how do you know that? So
from what I have researched, the physical media was correct. The companies that were distributing it digitally, so wherever you bought it from, some people buy from Amazon or some people might buy it from Apple or I don't even know wherever else. When it came out, those companies had the track list incorrect. So what I had downloaded was not what they intended. The physical media, I believe, was correct.
Well, the physical media is always canon. I mean, that's canon. That's what it is.
But I wasn't buying CDs in 2018.
No. So actually, you got nothing. You ended up buying nothing.
Well, I bought the album in a different order than what it was intended to be in.
You own like a bootleg version of an album that you can't hold in your hand. You don't even have it. You don't own it.
Actually, I don't even know where it is because I don't access the stuff that I used to buy because I have Spotify. So everything is in there.
Mhm.
So I don't, yeah, you're right. I don't even know where it went.
I mean, look, we all throw away money from time to time buying things we shouldn't. So I can't judge you on that. It happens. But it's it's an interesting fact. I don't know because I would never ever and again, this is not judging you specifically, but I would never ever buy anything like that. I would never buy a digital download.
You
I
wouldn't?
always thought it was just the dumbest thing.
I mean, that was just how I accessed. That's if I wanted an album, if I wanted to purchase it, that's
I'm
how I
not
did it
asking you
then.
to defend yourself, and I told you I'm not judging you. I'm not. I
Very
just think
judgy.
it's dumb, personally.
Very judgy.
It's not. I don't care what you do. You can spend your money if you want to buy chocolate milk, you can buy chocolate milk. I don't like it. I think it tastes kind of weird, but if you like it, you can buy it, and I'm not going to judge you.
Thank you.
Do you drink chocolate milk?
No, not really. I mean, I don't not drink chocolate milk, but I don't purchase it to drink.
Do you drink royal milk tea?
I do like bubble tea. That's a very trendy thing these days.
I don't I don't like it either. But I thought my kids did, but they don't. I was super surprised too. I thought all kids like bubble tea, especially teenage girls, but mine doesn't. And speaking of the teenage girl test, Steve, we don't have this as a segment, but I'm gonna give you the I'm gonna give it the old college try here because I gave this one another 13-year-old girl test, just like we've done in previous episodes recently. And I told you last time we did this, the test came out neutral, where I got no response at all. I forget which album it was. This one actually got a can we turn this off right now? This is awful.
From the song or the whole thing?
I played, I had a song on. What the heck is this you're listening to, Dad? And I turned it to the next song, and it's can we just listen to the radio or turn this off? This is terrible. So there you go. That's the 13-year-old test. It failed. It failed.
All right, failed.
But what do we think about it is the next thing. So let's dive into it. I think we just said it. First track. And by the way, Fall Out Boy is historically known for their catchy, kitschy album song titles where they talk a lot. They have a lot of words. This one doesn't really do that, but it still has some interesting ones, like this first track, "Stay Frosty Royal Milk Tea." Is that a reference to something?
I don't know. I feel like "You Stay Frosty" is some sort of reference, but I don't know what the royal milk tea is.
Some of these do have references that are kind of obscure. I probably know three. One's a little bit less obscure, but this one I don't know. It sounds like it's some kind of tagline or something for a beverage or something like that. Maybe like a mishmash of different things. I imagine you're trying to look it up right now.
Mm-hmm.
Are you doing? You're doing
Oh,
what I
the
do.
title of the song is a reference to the two llamas that are seen throughout the Mania era, Frosty and Royalty. They had two llamas that were in all their videos and showed up on stage and stuff like that.
Great. How fun.
I
Well,
thought it was
why?
kind of fun.
Why? What's the purpose of that? Why do they have llamas?
It's just a theme, I guess.
Yeah. You know what else is a theme? Playing good music and writing songs that I want to listen to. That's a good theme. That's better than parading llamas everywhere. Steve, what did you think about this song?
Um, again, it's very odd. I don't hate the song. It's not awful, but it's not really what I'm looking for in Fall Out Boy. And it is very strange that I had Young and Menace. I thought that was the first track, and I feel like Young and Menace somewhat prepares you more for what is coming after maybe than this one. I mean, this one's got similarly, it's got a real like industrial like EDM kind of sound to it. It's got a lot of these like strange kind of slowdowns and time signatures and things. And are you smelling that shit? Are you smelling that shit? Eau de resistance. Very odd lyrically. So, I mean, it's okay. I like when he says, I'm about to go Tanya Harding on the whole world's knee. I think that's a clever, funny lyric.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah. Relevant for 2018 to use a reference from 1993 or so.
They did come out
Right.
with a movie somewhere around there about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Are we smelling this shit? Is appropriate here, Steve.
Are you hearing this shit? Are you hearing this shit?
Oh my God. This pissed me off. This really did. This made me really mad because this was the first song. Like this is what sets the standard. My notes, I will read my notes verbatim. What the F, man? Why is this mess a real thing? Trance pop nonsense with bad French accents. This is a good song for maybe a sizzle reel for the launch of a new Android phone, and that's about it. So I have no use for this song at all. I think that it's just like where in the world would I want to sit down and listen to this? Why do you want to hear him make a La Resist? Like that's so dumb. I don't care anymore. Like right now, if Patrick Stump is listening to this and his feelings get hurt, sorry, man. I got to be honest with you, and I got to tell you how like it is. I think sometimes it's good for people to hear the truth. I do, and I'm no.
I think they know that this album is not a fan favorite.
But you're being an apologist about it though. So I mean, you're actually trying to pull positives out of this song, and I give you a lot of credit. I don't know how you're doing it. But you're doing it.
I will find positives. I will.
Well, good
Prepare
for you.
yourself.
There's got to be a shining ray of light on this show, especially this show.
That's
today.
Me.
Oh God. Okay, so that was that. Steve, anything else on this first track? Does it set the stage for this album?
I guess a little bit in the fact that you're gonna hear this different electronic Fall Out Boy.
Yeah, I don't know why why do they want to go that route? What's the deal? Where did they fall in love with trance music or the club music or synth? Like it's not even just synth because I like synth, but this is not just that. Where did they decide they wanted to do this? Is this an artistic dream of these guys to someday be club music makers? Like, is that what they wanted to do eventually? Like, you know what? I love this, I love this stuff we're putting out in these first couple albums. It's fine and all, but just the hell with this pop punk garbage. We got to sound more like Maroon 5. We got to sound more like Post Malone. We got to get hip hop artists on here. Is that what they wanted to do? Is that the dream?
I don't know.
All right. People are tired of it. Well, let's move on. I want to let's talk about the last of the real ones. I wish this was the last song that we talked about today, but it's not. But you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on this one. Outside of the fact, I think this is good. I suppose it's passable for maybe like a Maroon 5 track for sure. I don't know about a Fall Out Boy track, but it's passable. I don't think it has a bad chorus. I think it has a decent beat to it. I kind of got into it. I kind of bounced a little bit to it, like bounced ahead, bobbed ahead a little bit to this one. So I'll give it that. But this is where I took some of my notes on this one. I already kind of went through that. this really made me think about how they've moved away from what I think that their identity is or should be, and gotten and evolved or became the amalgamation of whatever they're trying to do here. It just doesn't make sense to me. So I've already said all that stuff, but I think there's a skeleton of something that's not bad here. I just think that's all. That's it.
Yeah, I
Steve.
actually I like this song. I like it a lot. I think the keys and the electronic elements in it are very cool. I think Patrick's voice is very, very spot on. This isn't that far off from like what I expect from Fall Out Boy. The chorus is catchy. It's got these kind of different electronic industrial elements in the background, but they're not as, I guess they're not as prevalent as something like Stay Frosty, Royal Milk Tea, or Young and Menace. So I think that this is, you know, there's a reason why this one was a single. This was the third single, and probably, you know, maybe the best of the singles. I think that this is pretty close to a Fall Out Boy track. I'm not mad at it.
And close to what Fall Out Boy track?
Just a Fall Out Boy track?
Like Centuries or like the Munsters?
I don't really have an answer for you there. Just like what Fall Out Boy sounds like. This is not that far off from what I expect.
What, you know what? It's like Patrick Stump. I haven't been the biggest fan of his throughout our tenure on the show, and I've been critical. His voice is not my not my cup of tea. But I will sit here and say that he's a talented singer for sure. Like, he's a very dynamic singer. He can do a lot of things with his voice, regardless of whether I like it or not. But don't you think that this kind of shift into whatever they're doing here, it takes a lot of that away? It's putting the accent on all of this heavily produced like background track stuff and taking away from what he's able to do. And I think that's just a huge mistake. And outside of the fact you're washing away the rest of the band, it's just silly. It's silly. It doesn't make sense.
We get it.
Okay. What do you do? What? I can't be a host on this show. I can't have an opinion.
I just
trying
feel
to
like
push me along.
You're trying to beat a dead horse a little bit.
I'm going to beat a dead horse, and I'm going to continue to do it. I don't care. You're not pushing me along here. This is my time to talk. And actually, it's your time to talk because you start this next one off.
Gee, thanks. I'm very concise with my thoughts.
Go for it.
The next one, Hold Me Tight or Don't. I think the you're gonna hate this song. I think the whole whistling and the snapping, I think that's neat. I don't dislike it. It's got this like islandy, wavy kind of feel to it. I love the lyrics in the pre-chorus. He says, "And when your stitch comes loose, I want to sleep on every piece of fuzz and stuffing that comes out of you." And he says, I took too many hits off this memory. I need to come down. I like those lines. The chorus itself, it's okay. The no thing is slightly unnecessary. Don't think I need it. Then later on in the bridge, where it's just the vocals and the snaps, not great, and a lot more of the but overall, I'm not mad at this track. I think this is one of the better ones in the album.
I hope you sleep on fuzz every single night because of your opinions.
Yeah.
I hope that fuzz like engulfs you. This is not, who says that?
That's a clever line.
If clever means ridiculously dumb, this song did piss me off again. It's a digital beat machine fiesta behind Patrick Stump. That's all it is. I don't even know if there's even any real drumming on this song, which why would you want it? Who cares, right? This is not, we don't need that anymore. Who the hell needs guitars? We don't need that. We got all these computers, and is this just Patrick and in a room full of computers now? Is that what Fall Out Boy is? Because that's sure what it sounds like on this one. This is not fun. This is not catchy. The only place that this might be good is if I was really drunk. I would maybe be okay with this track.
You took too many hits off that memory.
I don't know. Is that a lyric from this? Because
I just said it out loud.
Yeah. Well, I was so upset that I can't listen to everything you're saying. I can't.
This is
I'm
hurting you.
trying to tune you out a little bit because
Thanks.
I think well, I think you're trying to piss me off. I think you are.
I'm not. I'm just reacting to the music.
I think you're trying to, and I'm not going to let you.
I wouldn't do that.
I'm already pissed off enough that I'm sitting here right now.
I can tell. We could just hang up if you don't really want to do the rest of the album.
That wouldn't be right. We
Uh,
have
it-
we have a commitment to this.
If it's hurting
album,
you, we can, we can just bounce.
but I think that's what people want. They want me to feel this way. I think so.
Okay.
You disagree?
I don't know.
Are you looking something up right
No,
now?
I'm good.
I can tell when you're doing that. I'm not looking anything.
You don't listen
up.
to me. I don't need to listen when you're talking.
You yell at me for looking up stuff, and then you're doing it.
I'm good.
All right, man. So Wilson, and is this a reference to the Tom Hanks movie?
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. When did that movie come out, Steve?
2000.
Do you think that people that are listening to this in 2018, this type of music, because this isn't necessarily for the older crowd, even know what the hell that is?
If you're a Fall Out Boy fan and you have been for a long time, then yes, you probably do.
Mm-hmm. I wish it was 2018, because then I would take a poll of, I don't know, 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, maybe, and see how many of them know what that means. Hey, what's Wilson? If I said Wilson, what would it be? And I want to see what they say. So my notes say, what a fucking mess. I'll
Wow, that
stop
was a
wearing
full
black.
F-bomb.
I can't, man. Like, I don't do that, but I'll stop wearing black when they make a darker color.
That is deep.
Bro. Why do you write that kind of stuff?
I literally have a t-shirt that says, I'll stop wearing black when they make a darker color. I'm going to wear it when I come visit you in Pittsburgh.
Why do you have that shirt? What are you doing, man?
I think it was bought for me as a gift.
Who bought that for you?
My wife.
She did? Because
Yeah.
of this album?
Well, she just knows I like Fall Out Boy, so she doesn't really know what the details are.
If you play this album for her, she's going to take that back from you and apologize.
Well, she probably likes electronic music more than she likes pop punk music. Just her. So she may be somebody who likes it more.
I like electronic music. I do. I don't like bad electronic. This is like, okay. So I'm fed up with this song from the beginning. It's just not good. Steve, be the ray of light here, please.
This is a song that actually is mostly guitar driven. It's one, and it does have kind of like a weird vibe to it, but I actually really like it. Again, I like I'll stop wearing black when they make a darker color. I think that's okay. And it's not like a must hear classic Fall Out Boy tune, but I think that it's pretty decent.
You think it's pretty decent?
Yeah, it's pretty decent.
That's like mid or below mid, basically.
Listen, I never ever got on this podcast and said that I love this album. It's so good. I said it's the worst Fall Out Boy album, but that doesn't mean that I hate all of it. So I do like the song. I think it's good.
I hope the roof flies off and we get blown out into space, is what he says.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Woke up on the wrong side of paradise. Yeah, there you go. That's certainly a way of singing. All right. Is this next one's yours? Go ahead. Yeah, start at Church.
I think we're actually in a stretch of the album that I don't particularly care for that much. This one is a straight skip for me. I guess I like the musicality a little bit, but I'm just not into like church reference songs or whatever. There's nothing that really makes me want to listen to this. If I was looking for something that I would compliment, it's cool if they have church bells and like kind of church like choir voices in this one, but I don't really like listening to this one ever.
The
Skipped.
first thing that came to mind for me is, hey, Pete Hosier called. He wants his song back. I don't I think about that, but okay, jokes aside, it's so interesting you said that because this is kind of where I start to think about maybe, hey, these aren't too bad. Like, I actually didn't mind this one, Steve.
That
I
kind of
didn't
tracks.
mind this
Usually the
one.
ones that I don't like, you tend to like more.
I kind of thought the chanting church choir in the background, I thought that was kind of cool. The church bells back there. I actually thought this one had some good energy. I really do think it had a decent melody, some interesting creative arrangements with the music. I think that Patrick was able to belt out some great lyrics here. So I thought it was a little bit more of a diamond in the rough. Not like my favorite song of all time, but I think this was good. Outside of, again, the lyrics kind of dumb. If you were church, I'd get on my knees. That's who would say that? Like who would say that to anybody? Well, the answer, Steve, is nobody would say that. So even if this were AOL Instant Messenger, that, like, if you put that up as your away message, then we're not friends. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I wouldn't have done that one.
But I thought this was a little bit more decent in terms of melody, and I got into this one a little bit more. So see, it's all bad for Chris 183. I feel like you guys, you painted me into a corner because of whatever, but there's some things on here I thought were better. So the next one, Heaven's Gate. This is a reference again, and most people won't get it that are young today, but it was some sort of religious cult. Is that okay to say, or will we have to be a little bit more sensitive?
I think that's just a definition of what it was. I think that's okay.
Okay, I think a bunch of people died. I don't know, but no good, right? Read about it if you don't know what it was. Yeah, but okay. So I just got done saying that I thought it was an upswing, but I was wrong. Um, maybe just for one song, but this is a what the hell am I listening to track. I don't think R&B and gospel were the right way to go here, guys. This is not
Is that you
the
talking
direction.
directly to Fall Out Boy?
This is not the direction that you should have taken. Yes, I think that you could have put literally, you could have just taken a song off of another album that was good and put it here instead of this, and you would have been in much better shape. This was horrendous. This is there something worse than horrendous?
That's pretty much the worst.
I don't mind R&B music, and I'm not really a fan of gospel, but some bands have done a decent job with it. But this is, call it whatever it is. Call me wrong for categorizing it in those two categories. I don't care. I don't care what you think this is. It's
Chris
terrible.
doesn't care. That's another Fall Out Boy song. I don't care what you think, as long as you think about me.
I don't even think I wouldn't even skip this. I would take I would figure out how to scratch this off of my CD. So if you can scratch it off of the CD, like somehow, where it would just skip the song completely and you'd never even know it was there, that's what I would do here. I would take it away.
That would require some very precise scratching.
Hmm. I think it can be done. Anything can be done.
If you put your
Anything
mind
can
to
be
it.
done in the car visor scratch method.
I don't have anything else to really add. This is another one that I just don't care for. Um, the slow, jazzy Fall Out Boy is not the Fall Out Boy that I particularly like to listen to. So I did not enjoy the song at all. Those two songs back to back for me, no bueno, no bueno.
All right, Steve. This one looks like it has a video.
Champion.
So, is this has to be a single, right?
This was the second single that they released, and again, I said this before. We all know Fall Out Boy makes songs that are destined for NHL, NBA, NFL playoff commercials. and this is probably the one. You can just champion. Like if you take a 5 second clip of it, and you see like LeBron James dunking and or somebody getting a hard foul or their shot blocked. This is the one. Um, it's very repetitive. It's very much like I Know What You Did in the Dark or Centuries or even Immortals a little bit. It's perfectly fine to me, but it's definitely not a favorite. I don't love when they do these big commercial type ones. I think that's really all it is. This is I'll do one for you guys. I'll pay the bills with this song.
I'm critical that they do this stuff, but I don't mind those songs. I think they have their place. It definitely is made for sports or Gatorade commercials or NHL. I think they're just bubble gum, right? It's just bubble gum. It's junk food. It's something that you can
I
play
thought
when
Newfound
you're
Glory was the junk food.
well, I mean that's yes, correct. I thought we're listening to this album in a vacuum. Let's not worry about that right now.
About what's been said previously. Okay.
No, we're done. We can talk about that when we talk about Newfound Glory, but for this, it is junk food because it's something you can listen to. You don't have to think about it. I don't want to even use the word fun, but if you want to get pumped up or if you're going to play in a competitive something, you could potentially play this and, make it you thinking in that mindset, playing a game of cornhole or beer pong or everybody calls it cup pong today, which I don't understand that, I
Really?
guess. Yeah. Like I hear cup pong it makes me mad. Like, why do you call it that? It's called beer pong.
I hadn't heard that. I guess a lot of people don't put the beer in the actual cups, so it makes
Well,
some sense. But
did you?
I mean, when I was in college, I definitely always put the beer in the cups. But then, if you're playing places that are dirtier or whatever,
Like,
sometimes you just put water in there and then you drink your beer if it goes in.
you mean like college, where
Well,
everywhere was dirty?
we didn't care back then.
I did. I never did that. I never put beer in the cup.
Oh, you
I would
never
drink.
put beer in the cup,
I would
or you never put
drink.
water in the cup.
Oh, I mean, I've done it. But it's always kind of gross. But I've done it. All right. So I think this kind of song has its place. I actually don't mind champions. I don't mind centuries. Like they're fine. They're catchy. They make you feel a certain way, but they're not. It's not cinema. It's not. Wow, like listen to that. Listen to how that guitar sounds, or listen to how they structured this song. It's none of those things.
No.
So, but sometimes it's okay to have that. So I'm going to be a little bit less critical here.
Okay.
I'm going to
That's
be a
your
little
one
bit.
time.
I'm going to be a little bit more critical with no second time. I'm going to be a little bit more critical with Sunshine Riptide. Did I say that right, or is there more to what's the name of this one?
Sunshine Riptide.
Sometimes I only write down like two or three words of the entire title of the song, so that's why. This one's featuring a guy by the name of Burna Boy. Steve, are you familiar with Burna Boy?
I am not. I'm not familiar with that person.
I feel like you could probably get the idea of what Burna Boy is all about, what he stands for, what he does.
I get it. Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Likes the
You
burn
got
one.
you got like a little bit of reggae in your Fall Out Boy, right? You got like a little bit of reggae in there. Is that what we're kind of getting into here? A little bit of reggae in our song?
I think that's what they're getting into.
Yeah. Yeah, not very good, right?
No.
This is also not a good choice, guys. It's like you make choices with your songs, you make creative choices. Sometimes they pay off, sometimes they don't. They have not paid off more often than not when you do stuff like this. So, sorry,
Yeah,
Steve.
I don't know. The little rappy Patrick in the beginning wasn't, it's not great. Very strange construction in the first couple of verses, and you mentioned it's like Fall Out Boy slash reggae. There is nothing really redeeming about this one to me. I don't need to listen to it. The only thing I remember about it from like when it first came out is just the line, sunshine, riptide. That's really about it. There's nothing else.
If you were a bigger fan of Burna Boy, I wonder if you'd think differently.
I'd never even heard of Burna Boy.
Now you have.
Now I have.
Now
So
you have.
Young and Menace, these are things that I am. So it's weird. Again, this is number 9. It's the second to last track. But when I downloaded this record, this was the first song. And this is definitely the first thing they released before this album came out. This was the first single. So like I feel like they put this one out to kind of just give you an idea, like, hey, this is gonna be a little bit of a different Fall Out Boy thing. They have the little verse, oops, I did it again. I don't know. Is it humorous? I think it's a little humorous. The actual Young and Menace part with the strange high pitched like chipmunk thing is not great. And the thing is, like, I do not think that this is a great song, but I'll give one positive here. If you are in your car driving like on the highway and you just if you're in the mood for some sort of electronic shit and you have some bass in your car, if you play this at full volume, you can get into it. I've done that a couple of times and it was okay, but not a super great song.
You got a set of bass. What are they called? You got a
What,
set of
like
things.
a subwoofer?
Yeah, that's it. You got someone.
I do not.
I got a set of subs in the back of your car.
No, I have a stock small SUV. I'm a dad.
You could put subs back there. What's the difference, right? You could do anything you want. You could rip out the carpet in the back of your trunk, put them in there, and put the carpet back on. I've seen
My brother used to have the subwoofer, and the whole thing would, you could really hear it.
It would rattle the entire trunk, right?
Yep.
It's so funny because I wrote the same thing down, Steve. We were actually on the same page here, and I can't believe it. It's the same thing. I said for that particular spot that I would play this loud in my car, no problem at all.
How about that?
So I feel the same way. Musically, I think it's a fascinating part of the song. It's fascinating to me. I don't love it. I don't like it. It's just fascinating, and I would listen to it. I don't know why. It's just different. I like it. It's creative. It's different. It sounds good.
Have you ever heard the Steve Aoki remix of Ocean Avenue?
Maybe. I don't remember it though right now.
Yeah, my daughter loves that version of the song. She makes me play it all the time in the car. That one's really good to play loud too.
Yeah, she's into trance, your daughter.
I guess she just digs it. I don't know. She's not really. She doesn't listen to any other songs like that. She just likes that one.
Okay.
And I'm like, I don't mind. It's Yellow Card.
Yeah, I am though. I'm fascinated by this insane part of the song, what they do with all his voice, and they just go berserk with the producing here. Like I could see like them with the whole table of different bells and turns, knobs and slides, and the guys just going all over the place, sliding things up and down and twisting, and Patrick's getting all excited about it. What do they call dials? I mean, you tell me.
There's knobs, there's dials, sure. Yeah, there's buttons.
They're doing all of it. They're hitting it all. He's just going crazy. He's just whatever he wants to do, he's doing, and they're into it, and that's what it sounds like here. So, not throwing shade. I think it's okay. I think it actually does something a little bit more on the creative side, and I'm into that. It sounds good. There is a decent chorus here. But the lyrics again are dumb. Like that Britney Spears thing it sucks the humor out of this song completely. Like why would you do that? Why would you think that's funny, guys? Like it's not. You can't quote "Oops, I did it again" in a song and think people are going to be like, "Oh my god, that's Britney Spears. Can you believe it?" Like either no one knows what that is, and if they do, it's just like.
Well, Pete Wentz told Nylon's Ilana Kaplan that he referenced Britney Spears in Young and Menace because to him, Britney Spears is a mirror we hold up to pop culture. We build her up, tear her down, root for her or against her. I think it says so much more about us as a culture than it does about Britney herself.
How profound. What the voice of a generation, Pete
Yeah,
Wentz.
Peter Wentz.
My God. I mean, if he really truly believes what's coming out of his own mouth when he says stuff like that, then I don't know what to do for him, man. I don't.
Do you understand the words coming out of my mouth?
I don't. I don't. You have anything else to say about this song? We've ripped through this one, I'll tell you that much. But this is a quick album too. Did we mention this was only like 30 minutes, 35 minutes or so?
10 songs, that's it.
Yeah. This is quick and I love it. That's the best thing about this album. It is quick in and out. And this last track, I think, is this you, Steve?
No, go ahead.
Bishop's Knife Trick, and I could be wrong, but this is a reference to Aliens,
Yes, it is. Wow.
because Bishop was
Look at
an
you.
android in that movie that always did this trick with putting his hand on the I don't know if that's because that's called something, but he puts his hand on the table and he does like the knife in between like 5 or 6 times, and I guess you lose if you stick your hand with a knife. I'm not sure how you win or lose that game. But I remember that as a kid because I used to watch Aliens when I was little, and I always remember that part. So never forget that. But again, I don't know how many people actually that aren't my age would get that. My notes on this one are the shift to the slower piano part probably is my favorite of the whole song. The melody kind of changes here and it sounds I think it really like kind of adds a ton. It shifts the melody and it sounds like much different than the rest of the song, and it adds a cool different departure from just the regular whatever song this is. So I actually didn't mind that. I do think the rest of the song though is kind of just whatever. It's samey stuff that you pretty much can hear anywhere else in pop. So not a fan of most of it, but that shift right there, I think, was the best part.
Yeah, I don't have all that much to say about this one. Very much a disappointment because Fall Out Boy usually has really good last tracks in their albums. There's so much for Stardust on the recent one. Twin Skeletons is good off American Beauty, American Psycho. Save Rock and Roll with Elton John is fantastic. If you want to go back to Cork Tree, XO, Patron Saints of Liars and Fakes, all these songs are really good. This one is it's fine, but it doesn't live up to that. Nothing stood out to me that I really remember or think about this song. This is the only one that was in the same spot on my wrong downloaded track list. This was the only one that was where it was in the other one.
Does it make you feel good? Did you have
No,
one?
because I don't really need to hear it, so I didn't really care.
Well, I know what people really need to hear, and that's our next segment, and that's Ranking It, Steve. Everybody loves Ranking It. It's where we rank our top 3 favorite songs off the album. However, because this is Awful April, and I believe you actually had an idea here.
Yeah, I mean, instead of it didn't seem like you liked almost anything, maybe a couple. But because it's awful April, instead of us giving our 3 favorite songs, we should give our 3 least favorite songs. We might have done this last year. I can't remember.
I don't remember, but I like it. I think that I did not prepare for this at all. I prepared to somehow pull 3 songs out of this album that I could say that I liked. So I think this is more challenging because I'm not prepared, but I'll do it. Do you already have your 3 kind of queued up here?
I do. If you want to do 3 favorites, we could do that too. It's up to you.
No, let's go. Let's go all in. It's Awful April, so let's go least favorite.
All right. So the 3 most awful songs on this record. Number 3 is Church. If you were Church, get on your knees. Number 2, Heaven's Gate. Those are right next to each other. Easy double skip. And then I think that the worst song on the album is Sunshine Riptide.
I think we're going to be very similar. I think Wilson's number 3. Oh,
Wilson would
God.
be in my top 3.
It was not. I want to do 4 here. Stay Frosty's number 2 and Heaven's Gate's number 1.
Okay. So, this was tagged as awful April by everybody. So let us know in the comments or wherever, did you listen to it again? Did you give it a good old college try? Do you still think it's bad? My stance on this album remains unchanged. It is definitely the worst Fall Out Boy album, but it's not completely awful.
Yeah, my stance remained unchanged. It's definitely the worst Fall Out Boy album, and it is completely awful. It is. It is a you can waste your time doing so many other things that are just better for you, just better for your life. Like this, you'll never get this time back, ladies and gentlemen. If you listen to this album, spend some time anywhere else doing anything else, and you'll come out ahead. Steve, when people suggested this to us, I think it was overwhelming. I don't think that there was any other songs that were or albums that were even close to being the winner here. So I think the people have spoken. I believe they probably agree with me more than you here. But we'd love to hear back from you on this. That makes it a lot of fun. The conversation afterwards about the show, about the album. I'll tell you what, awful April always sparks some really great conversation. And one of the best places that you can let us know how you feel about these episodes is via our socials. So, the normal ones, Insta, Facebook, those are great places to give us your thoughts. But hey, we got a Discord, Steve. We got a Discord where you can talk to us live. We're both on there, in addition to many, many other people that are in the High School Never Ends community. We talk about the albums, we talk about the episodes, and we talk about other stuff unrelated, but still pop punk related, and maybe just some other stuff that's for fun. So you should join us. You should join us there, or join us on Facebook and Instagram. Either way, we want to hear from you. The best way to find our socials is via our hub. Easily put, it's www.hsnepod.com. That's www.hsnepod.com.
Yeah, and if you're a Facebook person, our episode last week got our post got flagged from Facebook. Did you know that, Chris?
No.
Yeah, our post got kicked off of Facebook for violating ethics.
What?
Yeah, because we had the Mom Jeans cover on there, which had a male butt on it. But Facebook and Instagram are owned by the same people, and Instagram, at least not yet, hasn't kicked it off. So if you didn't see our post from last week on Facebook, sorry, there were men's butts on there, but that was Puckestad and Mom Jeans' fault, not ours. Hopefully our account doesn't get suspended or something. I don't know.
You put you put a caption over the butts, right?
Well, on the stories, I did put the music thing over the butts, but on the regular post, we didn't on the graphic, because the graphics are usually just the album covers in a fun designed way. So we didn't want to alter that too much. Mm-hmm. But yeah, maybe in retrospect, sorry Meta, sorry Facebook people.
Yeah, no butts.
We didn't get to see the men's butts. Just look it up. Do it. Hopefully we'll be back on Facebook and they don't ban us. Anyways, thank you guys so much for listening. If you like this episode, you like High School Never Ends, give us a 5-star rating and a nice review wherever you're listening, probably Apple Podcasts or Spotify. You can say how you like the episode in Spotify, and you can give a review on Apple. And if you want to support us, a couple ways you can do that. Join our Patreon, where we have bonus content and giveaways like episodes and all that good stuff. You can go to patreon.com/HSNEpod. You can also go to hsnepod.com and purchase some swag. We got some nice big mugs, not small mugs. You can have a nice large cup of tea or coffee or whiskey or whatever you want to put in them. T-shirts, hats, the whole 9 yards. Please support your independent friends here at High School Never Ends and the Dragon Wagon Radio Network. We'll be back next week. We're back to patron picks. Until then, keep on rocking your dad bods, stir up your rock hands, and blast the pop on.
It's Dragon Wagon.